Last year, I thought we were strong in the beginning of the year. Kind of fell off towards the end of the year. We were in a lot of close games in the middle of the season where a goal or two changes the season completely. I thought we lost a lot of our guys midway through the year because things didn't go exactly how we wanted to or exactly how we had planned, and the attitude kind of shifted. I thought we had a real positive attitude at the beginning of the season. First 5-6 games, things were going our way. We were 6-1 at one point, and all of a sudden we just kind of dropped off and lost one or two close games, and all of a sudden the momentum went the opposite way, and we just weren't as successful as we were at the beginning of the year. So we didn't really have a senior leader step up last year. We only lost 3 seniors, obviously, this past season, which I think going into this year, it'll be key for us to have one senior step up and be that senior leadership role that we didn't have this past year. Key returners for us in goal, obviously, it's going to be a battle between our 2 young guys. We have 2 sophomores next year, or this coming year, between David Oram and Austin Aldinger. Those 2 guys were kind of in the battle for it last year as freshmen. Lost their confidence at the beginning of the year, I think, with a few mistakes. Hopefully this year we can kind of get them going right from the start with their confidence level and keep their confidence level just rising high through the whole year. But I think it's going to be a battle between the 2 of them. I think I've told them point blank, I think both of them are good keepers. I think they can, keep us in a lot of games. They have a lot of good qualities to them, but now it's just separating the 2 of them, who's going to take over the lead role and who wants the job. So that'll be a fun competition between them the first week, I think. In the back, defensively, we returned Chris Bucks. He's a big one for us. We returned Austin Marich, which is huge for us as an outside back. He's kind of transferred from center back to an outside back, moved around a little bit. He's really a true outside back, so it'll be good to have him as an outside back this year and get him going forward, and he can serve balls diagonally, which will help us a lot this year. We have Dobb back this year. Anthony Dobb, he blew out his knee his freshman year, like the first 5 minutes of preseason last year, and we didn't have him at all, so it'll be nice to have him in the back. He's more of like a big physical presence for us, gets into tackles hard, kind of will be that big guy in the back for us that'll put in tackles, win headers, that kind of thing. In the midfield, obviously, you have Sean Murphy, good physical presence for us, strong kid, serves a good ball, good on the ball. And up top, I think, is where we're our strongest. I think we're going to have to try to play as much as we can in the other team's 18 because we're strong up top this year. We have Tyler Waters coming back, obviously scored a ton of goals for us. I think he had 10-plus goals for us this past season. He told me already this summer that he wants to score 20 goals this year for us. If he does something like that, I think we're going to have a lot of success. Vitaly Zaluha's back this year, who's going to be a big help for us too. Obviously, he wasn't in the mix this past season. He would have been a big help for us. And he comes back. He just brings a presence to him that he's good on the ball. He can drop back into the center mid and kind of distribute balls for us and just gives us a different dynamic, different look to us. And with those 2 guys' speed, I think we're dangerous out wide too. So we want to get balls out wide and just try to get around people with their speed up top. The freshman class, we don't really have like individuals that I would say that are going to be like, this guy's going to be, the standout guy for us. I think we have a good core group of guys coming in that are really working hard over the summer, that are going to come in and be able to contribute right away. We don't have like that one guy that's going to come in and you're going to say, oh, wow, he's going to score 20 goals for us. But I think we have, 7 or 8 guys that are going to compete every day and get after it in practice. This was the type of guy that we're really looking for. We have 13 freshmen coming in, and I think out of that 13, pretty much all of them are getting after it this summer, and hopefully will come in and contribute right away for us. We obviously want to get to know each other as a team. I think one of our big problems last year was that we didn't really click as a group. We had a lot of like individual groups. I think this year is just bringing everybody together as a whole unit during that preseason time. Preseason is going to be tough on us this year. We're going to do a lot of fitness. Fitness is going to be our number 1 goal. I think if we're fit, we're going to be tough to beat just with the guys' ability that we have coming back. I think our fitness kind of let down on us in the middle of the last year's season and into the end of the season. So I think if our fitness level's high and we keep it high during the whole entire season, we'll be successful. Our goals for the season, We want to, compete in the conference. We want to be right there as the top 4 teams in the conference. Our conference obviously is one of the most difficult in the country. You have Messiahs, the E-Towns, the Leb Vals, top to bottom. You're not getting a break any night. So I think it's just getting that idea during preseason that preseason, all throughout the season, we want to just compete. We want to get after it, no matter what the result is. If we have a bad loss, if a game doesn't go our way, a goal doesn't go our way, a call doesn't go our way, we're just going to bounce back from it and be successful no matter what. Yeah, the schedule that we have this year is definitely tougher than it has been the last few years. Obviously, we go to Richard Stockton, and we play Stockton and William Patterson, and those are just powerhouse Division III soccer schools in New Jersey. You don't just show up and just get to play and just say, oh, we're going to show up today and we're going to win. Last year at the beginning of our preseason, we had a lot of games where the guys just said, oh, we're going to show up today and we're going to win 3 or 4-0. Our schedule at the beginning of the season doesn't allow us to just show up. We're going to have to work our butts off to be in games and then to win games too. I think we're going to have like a scrappy mentality that we're going to have to work 10 times harder than everybody else to get those wins. Obviously, that tournament's going to be a big one for us. And then obviously, after that tournament, we pick up with the Cabris, the Easterns, and the Scrantons. So those 3 games are going to be huge for us too. And I think the good thing about those games is that we're not getting this mindset of, oh, we're so much better than these other teams because we're winning 3-4-0. In the past, we've played, the teams that are the lower tier teams that are giving us the momentum, just saying like, oh, we win games, we're better than everyone else. And we get in the conference and we realize, well, those teams aren't as good as the teams in our conference. Our conference, like I said, is one of the best in the country. So we want to prepare so we can play against top level teams. I think our philosophy, like I said at the beginning, is that we are going to have to outwork everybody else. That's always been my philosophy in any team that I've been a part of. Obviously, I've been part of teams that have been successful, gone to national championship games, stuff like that. And it wasn't because our talent or our level of play was better than other teams, but it was just because we outworked teams. And I think we have the core group of guys that is going to put in the time and the effort to outwork these other teams, and hopefully that kind of transfers over to the freshman group that we have coming in. Our returning guys are willing to put in the work, and hopefully they'll kind of brush that off on the freshmen, and we'll kind of come together as a unit. As style of play, I think it just depends on the group of guys that we have coming in. I love to play up as high as we can. I like to play in the other team's defensive third as much as we can, as long as we're away from our goal. Obviously, the past few seasons here, we've struggled in the back and in goal. So we want to stay away from our final third as much as we can. And if we can play in their final third, I think we'll have a lot of success because a lot of our top-notch guys are going to be up top and give other teams a lot of fits up top. So I think our style of play will definitely run with, an offensive-minded idea of trying to pressure guys up in the final third. So I think it'll be similar to how we've run in the past, but a little different with just the formation and that kind of thing.